joined in the Brewers dugout by the starter today, Brent Suter. You're trying to get 4 innings with 60 pitches. You accomplished both of those goals. Nice work today.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah, the command felt good. I was kind of mixing more two-seamers than normal, and it felt good. And I love throwing the main. KJ did a great job back there, and the defense played great behind me, so it was a good day.
Every great pitcher gives credit to his catcher, right?
Right, yeah.
You should have seen Schroeder perk up right
See,
here.
he's a smart guy. He knows what they're saying.
It's the God's honest truth. He's awesome.
Well,
awesome.
we started our broadcast today talking about you and how things are different for you, and I'm sure you wouldn't concede this, but for all intents and purposes, you're going to be on the big league team, whether it's in the rotation or the bullpen, but you've prepared to be a starting pitcher, right? So tell us what your approach is this spring, maybe compared to last year.
Yeah, so kind of one of the struggles for me last year during the year was getting through that third time through the order with success. So I set out on a plan this offseason. DJ Counts and me set out on a plan to get stronger and eliminate fatigue as a reason for that, and also to really work on off-speed and my two-seam going off my four-seam cut movement. And we're seeing some good results so far. Still could be definitely crisper and all that, but seeing some good results so far. Kind of making guys guess even on my fastball. So instead of them maybe sitting on pitches and sitting on movement towards the third time through the order and being comfortable with it, and instead of keeping them off balance both sides of the plate.
With the extra work that you did in the weight room, they say you added about 20 pounds. Is that accurate?
Yeah, well, from the time I started working out to the end of the offseason, I added about 20. From the end of the season, it was more like 15. But yeah, added some good muscle, and hopefully that can help me kind of maintain that strength and durability throughout, not just every start, but throughout the season.
Do you get a sense that it increased a couple of miles on your fastball at all?
If it does, great, as long as I keep my cut movement, but that wasn't really the focus of it. The focus was more durability and eliminate fatigue.
Now, have you always worked at this pace, even when you were a young kid, or when did you start working at this very quick pace?
I'd say it started more in college. I was never necessarily a slow worker, but in college, kind of our motto was work quick, go strike, attack the zone. So kind of started freshman year, kind of working quicker, and then in pro ball, it kind of just accelerated from there. And it's kind of it's one of those things that can be your best friend or your worst enemy sometimes. So I just need to make sure I can control the tempo of the game and make sure if they're kind of getting some hits in a row, just kind of take a deep breath and slow the game down, because the game doesn't start without the pitcher.
Yeah, one of my favorite moments last year, I know you remember this, we were in Yankee Stadium and Aaron Judge was in the batter's box. You're pitching to him, and he would throw a pitch, he would not get out of his crouch, he'd be in his stance, he'd be staying there waiting for you to throw it, almost saying, come on, you can't throw it too quick for me. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And did you talk to him about that at all?
I didn't get a chance to talk to him about it, but there were certainly some reporters the next day asking about that at bat. I think it was his second at bat, and it was a good battle. He was a heck of a hitter. He still is a heck of a hitter, and we had a good battle going. I think I ended up walking him that at bat in like 10 pitches, but it was one of those things. He was kind of just. And I loved it. Everyone was saying, like, was that offensive to you or anything? I'm like, it wasn't offensive. I love when guys get in there.
Yeah, well, they recognize a little respect. And I'm sure when you look at Aaron Judge, you probably feel like you're looking in a mirror. Your new physique now.
I got a long way to go for that. I don't know about that, but that's thank you for the compliment, I guess.
You got to tell this story. So we told it on the air last time you missed the game, but you and I had a chat, and we were talking about your off-season workout program, and I think you might have a patent sitting there waiting for you on a training tool, which happened to be a queen-size mattress.
Yep.
Can you explain how the queen-size mattress came into play with your off-season regimen?
Yeah, so I started really in pro ball off-season throwing when I couldn't find throwing partners. When I first started playing pro ball, I would just go in my parents' basement and kind of throw for 10 minutes as hard as I could to start, and then just build up 30 seconds from there. And it's kind of turned into more or less my routine in the off-season to just kind of go down the basement, pick out spots on the mattress to try to nail, and just kind of keep throwing. It's almost a cardio workout too, because you're just throwing constantly for 10, 15 minutes, and it ends up really building good arm strength, and it's quick, it's efficient, it's how I like to pitch. So.
Man, there's a great endorsement deal in Milwaukee waiting for you. And you're not just throwing to different parts of that mattress, they're actual things you're aiming at. Can you share with us what you're throwing at on the mattress?
Yeah, so most of our mattresses at my parents' house have little flowers on them, so there was a flower, inside corner up, outside corner down. So I just aim for all the flowers.
Awesome.
It's really
awesome.
Try to get after some nectar, you know what I mean?
Make do with what you have, right?
I mean,
Exactly.
Tommy Mansky made a great living on instructional videos. I think, Brent, you've got something there. The mattress video, and then you get a little rest after. You can lay it down. Could be like a Murphy bed or whatever you wanted.
Brandon, have you always had success pitching up in the strike zone? I mean, you know, back in the old days, you know, guys throwing 86, 87 would be told you can't pitch up there, and that's the way the game was. But we've noticed that the game has changed quite a bit in that regard, and even guys like yourself that don't throw it get a lot of mileage out of that high fastball.
Yeah, it really has been more the last couple of years where I kind of leaned over more, had a more leaned over exaggeration in my delivery, and it led to more late movement, late cut. And so that was when I started experimenting with it. It would kind of not just cut, but almost kind of rise a little bit to the hitter, I've been told. So I just kind of used that and became comfortable doing that. And soon enough, it was kind of a strength of mine.
Base hit down the left field line. Brendan Rodgers with a double off Josh Hader. We hear a lot from the starters and all the pitchers really, but especially the starting pitchers, Brent, about Derek Johnson. Can you quantify what exactly he does that has Major League pitchers raving about the Brewers pitching coach? You don't normally hear that from big league players.
Yeah, I could go on and on about it. He's incredible. He has, well, not only like with mechanics, he's so intellectual and so good with it. Keeps it simple, but also pitching-wise, he's so advanced in his approach. He does his homework like crazy. He's always in there taking notes, looking up information, helping us out with that. And he's really helped me not just develop confidence as a pitcher, but also specifically with going with X's and front to back. It's been incredible, and that was one of the reasons that I was saying to people I want to be a starter more than a reliever, just because of the fact that I can work with him in the bullpen to go in depth on bullpen sessions and go two-seamer here, try glove side, two-seamer here, change up here, and it just, he's incredible. He's so intelligent. He works with guys so well, and he's just, it's an honor to be one of his pitchers.
That's a great endorsement and very well put. Give us one thought before we let you go about this left-hander who throws it a lot differently than you do, but Josh Hader was such a big part of the Brewers bullpen last year. When you watch him, what kind of things jump off at you of his success story?
I played with Josh for a couple years, and I could tell, I could see it when I first met him and first saw him pitch, how electric his stuff was, but just seeing him kind of come to the bullpen and come into his own in terms of just confidence, channeling all the pressure and just positive thoughts, and just really going out there and being one of our best relievers. It's been a pleasure to watch him. He's 23 years old, and he's got a head on his shoulders like he's 30, like a veteran. He's so confident, but not cocky. But he just executes so many pitches and just gets guys looking silly out there. He's incredible.
And right on cue, he rings up Tony Wolters for his second strikeout. Brent, thanks for your time today. Always a pleasure to spend a few minutes with you, and good job today on the mound.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
That is Brent Suter. Always brings intelligent answers and thoughtful answers. One of our favorite guys to talk to.
You can just tell he just loves to be a major leaguer.
Yeah.
He loves doing what he's doing.
He loves life, right?
Right. I mean, how can you not? Playing this game for a living, and you just wish everybody was like that. They aren't all like that. Good for him.
And it's great to see him have success. He's the kind of guy you root for in a big way. And it's no fluke anymore. I mean, he's the game. Remember when he first came up, it was the idea he's going to come up. He's a little quirky, funky. There are things about his pitching that it's going to be hard for hitters to pick up right away. Then there would be that period of adjustment, and that was going to really tell the signs of whether Brent Suter was going to be able to sustain himself in the major leagues, and he's done that. He's passed all those tests, and here he is trying to become a starting pitcher in the major leagues, and he is not hurting his cause with each outing this spring.
Well, he's a smart guy. He realizes he has to make adjustments. He's been able to do it, and it's one thing to get to the major leagues. It's a completely different thing, and much tougher thing to stay in the major leagues.
Runner at second, 2-men are out. Hader with 2 punch-outs, giving up a double to Brendan Rodgers. Facing Garrett Hampson now is the 9-hole hitter for the Rockies. Last year when Hader called up,